Hi, this is Mark Carrington from markcarrington.com. In this video, I'm going to go through some of the lessons that I've learned in using page builders. Let's just start with a little bit of a history story. I've got a short presentation. Here's my website building story. I've been building websites for quite some time. I started building in native HTML. My first website was built for cyclocrossoz.com. You go to the Wayback Machine, you'll find that page still exists. I then transitioned cyclocrossoz.com to a website builder using Weebly. I've then also done a lot of WordPress blogs. The first series I started were automatically generated to run affiliate marketing offers, generated WordPress blogs, and cycleforhealth.com is an example. I've then also used quite a few cloned WordPress blogs, basically copying someone else's blog or buying access to use one of their blogs, and I use those particularly for selling products like coffee machines and drones. And then went on to a program of training with an outfit called Learn to Blog, and I have a whole series of Learn to Blog blogs, and bodyweighttrainingprogram.org is an example. I was introduced at an internet marketing seminar or training program to a product called Fusion HQ. One of their product capabilities, they provide a full sales funnel ability. One of their product abilities is what they call a business in a box, and I actually implemented a business in a box called quicksecrets.com, and it was on the topic of copywriting. And then the last step of my website story is that with the Quick Start Challenge that led to Internet Profits Partnership, I built my own blog at markcarrington.com, and this is really the sort of, it's not the end of the journey, but it's the stage of the journey that I'm at. So it's an internet marketing oriented blog which is built on WordPress, but it also has a need for landing pages. So let's just talk about the landing page story, or the page builder story. So the page builders, and here I'm talking particularly about landing pages or squeeze pages, so opt-in pages. I've got tons of PLR squeeze pages, which I find that they all have pretty clunky HTML, and I never got really far using or implementing any of those or many of those. I then bought Fusion HQ, bought access to Fusion HQ, and implemented the business in a box for copywriting. I did try a few others, but I never got really very far. And I bought InstaBuilder for WordPress because I had all those WordPress blogs. I bought InstaBuilder for WordPress and started implementing, or tried to implement, that for bodyweight training program, and that didn't work really well, or I got frustrated with it. And then I came across, I was running through training programs with an outfit called Niche Profit Classroom, and they had a sample of a body weight or a bodybuilding opt-in page or landing page or sales funnel that I could copy, and I cloned that and used that for bodyweight training program. So it works as a series of pages inside a WordPress blog. And then I bought a product called Genius Marketing Pro with the idea of reselling. Part of my thinking was to resell software. I didn't really chase down the reviews on that particular product, and I did try to build it for one MLM program that I was running at the time, and I just found it was too hard to build, and I never ever finished it. So I certainly didn't resell, because I'm only going to resell stuff that I actually use. And then I bought a product called Convertri. Now, Convertri sales proposition struck me for two reasons. One is it's very powerful in making mobile responsive pages. You design your page for desktop and then make them mobile responsive. Fusion HQ does produce mobile responsive pages, and Genius Marketing Pro does, but you can't change them. It decides what mobile responsive is going to look like based on the desktop design. It also pitches super fast load times, which is important, especially in a mobile world where people's patience for waiting for something to load is not great. And it's particularly penalized on WordPress sites when you're loading the whole of WordPress just to get to a landing page. And then the other part of what I liked about Convertri is that they have a template club which provides a regular flow of templates. We get 2 to 3 templates every month. So I've been buying those, or been buying that service to get hold of them. And then the last part of my page builder story is Internet Profits uses a product called Frontier, which is a white label product. So we can clone all of their templates using the Frontier tool, but that locks you into using Frontier as a service. So my journey, I chose to use Convertri as the tool because I've got to use the tools. I believe you need to use the tools that you actually have bought rather than trying to learn a new one. So I'll just show you a couple of pages. Don't want to bore you too much with the detail. The first page here showing on the screen it's an iteration. This is a 2013 iteration, but this is what clunky HTML looks like when you start writing in HTML. You'll notice this page I doubt that it's mobile responsive. I'm not going to squeeze the page in to show, but the font's not very pretty, and this stuff up here, it's just plain ugly. But those particular websites worked for the purposes that I built it for. If we go on to the cloned version of a WordPress page, this came from Niche Profit Classroom. This is a very simple landing page. It's got an image, it's got some words, a bit of a call to action, email, submit, a very simple page. We'll go across to quick copywriting secrets. This is just a holding page. You can see I didn't get very far. And this is a long order sales. It looks like a sales page, but really all it is an opt-in page. It's got some words, tells you about the course, got 5 products, get your instant access. This runs on Fusion HQ, and I do know that this is mobile responsive. And then the part of the journey, what I really got to was on the Internet Profits Dive. I'd been using the basic suggestion that's part of the training for my Internet Profits landing page, and I've noticed I'm not really getting the conversions that I was hoping for, especially I use a product called Leads Leap to generate leads, and for ads, for Twitter ads I was using at the time, and solo ads. Then I saw that one of my partners, his name is Lee Coppen, was getting good results from a lead magnet. And the lead magnet he's using is this one shown on the right, which is called Profitable Blogging. I looked at his landing page. It's simple. It works. He tells me it works. And I thought I could do better. So I chose to replicate his landing page using Convertri. Convertri has an ability to clone a page. So if you have a URL, it'll actually download the page, pull all the images in, and you can then start working from there. So it's an advanced way to build off someone else's work, but it would not clone. And it's a simple enough landing page. I thought, well, I'll go through the process of building one inside Convertri. So the first one to do is to find a template and copy from the template, make it pretty, including making sure that the mobile responsive side of it works properly, modify the bridge page, which is the page after this landing page, and then link it into the Autoresponder series. That was the process. And I'm going to now do something a bit unusual, is I'm going to go through a case example of how to actually do this using the Convertri page builder. So on the left hand side is this is a snapshot of Lee's landing page. I'm going to replicate that. And this one on the right hand side is my landing page. So there are a couple of things that are a little bit different here. Is that I have a background image, I have a 3D copy of the lead magnet, and I have some different words in different colors. And the way I'm going to do that case example is that I have another lead magnet that I want to create, and I am going to do that. So the lead magnet I want to create is for this one here. It's 0 to hero list building, so I have a lead magnet for that. I have a 3D picture of it. I'll pull that across. There's the 3D picture of it, which is provided by Internet Profits. I don't really like that 3D image, but there are ways of changing that, and I'll change it in due course. But I'm going to use that image as part of the building the case example. So here we go for a case example. So what am I going to do? So I've now logged into Convertri. We can see here at the top left-hand side, we're in Convertri. I'm inside one of my funnels. So we have a process called funnels. I'm just going to step back to show you where I am. I'm inside one of my funnels, and I'm going to create a new page. Here you can see my landing page. Now I could just clone this page, but I'm going to actually go from first principles. So I'm going to create a new page. I'm going to create it from a template. Now we can actually go, it's a template club, it's got tons of templates in it, but I know the name of the one, so to save yourself, I'm going to use this one here, which has just got a picture of the book, some words, and I can do a preview. It's a picture of the book, some words, a logo, and so I'm going to use that. It's going to ask me for a name. I'm going to call this one list building. Okay. So here it is. I'll edit the page. So the first things I want to do, I'm going to get rid of a few bits. I don't want this logo. I want to change this image. So that's the image there. I can just press change image. And the way this works, it's not intuitive, but we'll just grab any one of these folders. As soon as you grab a folder, it asks you the option to upload. It says, or I can even drag and drop an image onto here. So I'm going to upload. I've got it on my desktop. Question of finding it, opening it. And you can see here the circle's going around, it's uploading it. We're going to use that comment, we're going to select it, and in it goes. Now I have done the work to see the image is roughly the right size, and then we can start changing this word, changing the words around. Download this ebook for free, and then we can write some words. I'm going to leave that, I'm going to keep that simple. List building is the cornerstone of success in internet marketing. And you'll notice that what it's doing, it's got little red lines underneath when I've spelled things incorrectly. Grab this free guide to become a superhero in list building. I'm not totally happy about this word here, but I'm not going to change it for now. Email address, download now, is set up as a submit button. So if I press the download button, we see element properties. It'll say what the button settings are. It's already defaulted as a submit button, so that's going to submit to the autoresponder. Now what I do want to do is you'll notice this page does not have provision for all the legal pages, the disclaimers and the privacy policy and all those things that one should really put onto the bottom of a page. I want to add those in. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to clone those in from one of the other pages. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to save this page. Once it's saved, we'll go back to the funnel. I'm going to edit this page. So this is my other version of it, and the piece I want to grab is this piece here. You see this piece here? I've got the ring around here. It's got home, privacy policy, cookie policy, disclaimer, terms of use. These all link to my website. I've clicked there. There's an option here to say clone element to another page. So the domain is going to be, the funnel is going to be, the target page is, remember that page was called list building. Bang, it's going to go to the original position or to the bottom. This can go to the original. Clone. We'll go back to the page I was building, and we will see it down at the bottom. There it is. Is that fabulous? So that's the page building already done. I can choose to change this background image. I'm going to leave the background image as it is. The last thing I need to do is to integrate to the autoresponder. So I'd go across here to forms, pick the autoresponder. I'm using get response. It'll search for target. It'll just say which list am I going to be using. I'm going to be using the same list as the other one, profitable blogging. It'll then identify all the fields that are possible in that, and so there's some optional ones, and in the fixed fields at the bottom I'm only using email, name and address, and that's it. And then it's going to ask me for where would you like to redirect your prospects after they click a submit button on the page. Well, I'm going to redirect them to the page that I'm already using, which I have copied out, and this one is, so this is in the same funnel and it's blog bridge, so I'm going to send the same lead to that same bridge page. I do need to make some changes to the bridge page to make it consistent with this, but for now I don't need to do that. So there we have it. I'm going to save that for now. So we have done the work on the desktop version. You'll notice here this is highlighted. I've saved it, and now I'm going to go and look at the mobile version. The mobile version, download this ebook for free. List building is the cornerstone of success. So the sizes are all good. Email address, download now. But what I have noticed is my legal pages seem to have disappeared. They're not showing up on the mobile. I can choose to ignore that, or I need to go and find out where they actually are. They're on the page here somewhere, they're just not currently visible. So it's a question of fixing that. I'm going to fix that later, because for now this page is essentially working, and I have been able to demonstrate how easy this tool is to use. Now if I want to add anything else in here, I just need to grab, if I want to grab an image or grab some more text or put some separators, I just pick them up here and drag them across and drop them in. So I can publish it, and it's now going to give me the option of a name. List building is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to publish it. I'm going to go back to the funnel, and then the last thing to do is I'm just going to copy the published link, so it links copy to the clipboard. And there we go. Page is working. So there you have, in a very short period of time, I have been able to replicate this. I've got a copy of the book, I've got some words, I've got a download, and I've got the legal pages. So just stepping back a little bit is that through my page builder journey, I've learned some hard lessons. The first one is to find reliable reviews for the stuff that you buy. This is really actually quite difficult because a lot of the promoters are good at SEO and you don't know what is a genuine review and what is an SEO review, but just be aware. The second lesson, which is a strong lesson for me, is that now I've got a suitcase full of stuff that I've bought but I haven't used. So the lesson is use the stuff you've got. The third lesson, which is particularly pertinent to InstaBuilder, is keep track of the vendor and product changes, because these things do not live all the time. The vendor updates product and you don't find out about it, or you've already unsubscribed from his list, and then suddenly you find you can't actually use it. The fourth lesson, which is a very important lesson, is buy what you need only when you need it. So for example, for me, buying Fusion HQ, I bought it long before I needed it based on all the functionality. Is just buy what you need only when you need it. The next lesson, which is a subset of that same lesson, is buy only what you need. So if all you need is a landing page builder, buy a landing page builder. Don't buy the thing that has all the complicated stuff in funnels, etc. And then the last lesson is be clear about your criteria that you're going to apply when you want to buy a product, when you're looking for a product. Is first and foremost is be clear on what the functionality is that you actually need and that you're actually going to use. The second criteria, which is important for me, is ease of use. I have two tools there that are just never easy to use, and consequently I never used it. The third criteria is the reputation of the vendor, and especially the reputation of the quality of customer support. The Convertri customer support has been absolutely fabulous. The next criteria is important, is the scalability of the tool that you use, is how many pages it will allow you to use, how many impressions you're allowed to have, how many users, etc., etc. Those sorts of things, because you don't want to run into a hard barrier when you're not expecting it. And then the last criteria that I've got listed here is the price, and it's actually the last one, but price becomes especially important if it is recurring or it is large. The Fusion HQ product, for example, is a fantastic product. It's got a massive amount of functionality, but the annual cost is actually reasonably high. But by the same token, if a product is on a recurring basis, within 12 months, 18 months, 48 months, you suddenly found that you've way outspent what you would have spent on something that had a fixed price. And of course, you do need to, there's a feedback loop into reputation here. A lot of these products are sold on a fixed price, and then they get too big, they can't fund the ongoing infrastructure to support their product, to run their products, to support the product, and then it goes bang, it disappears. So I hope that's been helpful. A walkthrough and a case example on some page builder lessons, and for me a lot of it has been on the hard way. I appreciate your time. Thanks.